really need somebody. Tell me you need somebody. I don't care about your bodies. Love the way you touch my body. From the back, your body. I never tell nobody. All I want is you, boy. All I want is you. All I need is you, boy. All I need is you.
Hey y'all, what's up, and welcome to another episode of As Told by Shai. Y'all, we back. Y'all, let's give a round of applause. This is episode number 4. So we've been doing this for a month. If you guys are just tuning in for the first time, my name is Shai, and this is As Told by Shai, where we get a little messy and we get into the politics, but like I like to call it, messy ticks. Okay. I just want to let y'all know that's what I be meaning when, because I had got a question like, why do you call it messy ticks? Politics, messy ticks. It's just something I made up in my head, y'all. But y'all, this past week has been pretty heavy in the news. Eric Dane, he has passed away, known from his roles Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria. You see, I didn't know him from Grey's Anatomy because I never watched that, but I known him from Euphoria, and I didn't realize that was him until my boyfriend like actually was like, hey, that's the guy from Euphoria. I was like, oh really? So yes, rest in peace to him. That's so sad. Did you guys see where he had put out that video telling his daughters goodbye and giving them advice? That was super sad. Rest in peace to him. Also, who passed away was rapper Lil Papa. I'm not hip to his music, but I do know him from being in the blogs. He's actually Rick Ross's oldest daughter baby father, so I knew him from that. But apparently he has such a big fan base, and they're so sad about that too. Rest in peace to him. And y'all, last but not least, we lost a big one during Black History Month, Reverend Jesse Jackson. And it seems like he was like really one of the last ones we had that was right there with Dr. Martin Luther King. So, you know, rest in peace to all those good people, y'all. We got topics to talk about today. You know, usually I'll say, y'all, I'm like so low energy and like kind of zen right now because Big P is here. TMI, whatever. Don't really care. But usually I'll say grab your cut and let's discuss. But y'all, I'm really trying to drink every now and then. Like once I get to my desired not desired weight goal, because I'm really not trying to lose no weight, but my desired fitness goal, like once I get to that and do what I need to do, then we're gonna grab the cuts and discuss. But for now, we just got tea today, y'all. It's super hot still. Y'all gonna see me grab that in a minute. And I got my water. Shout out to my mom, she gave me this Stanley Cup for Valentine's Day, y'all. This is like my 10th Stanley Cup. I have so many Stanley Cups. It makes no sense. It's absolutely ridiculous. I got Stanleys, Owalas. Is that how you say it? Owala? What else? I got Yetis. It's really ridiculous. It's out of this world at this point, y'all. But like I said, welcome to As Told by Shai, and let's get into the show. Okay, y'all. So on today's agenda, we will be talking about Savannah Chrisley. Why are we talking about her? You'll see. We'll also be talking about Mimi Faust. Is that how you say her name? I hope it is. But Mimi from Love and Hip Hop, y'all remember her, CBJ, and Jocelyn. And I'm gonna throw in some baddies, believe it or not. I'm gonna throw in some baddies drama. We got a little bit of baddies drama, y'all. And we're going to get into our movie / show of the week, like always, song of the week, like always, and our glow up of the week. Let's get this episode started. All right, y'all. So we about to get started with our first messy tick. This one is messy, but it's not too messy. It's just something that I seen in the blogs, and I wanted to touch on, you guys. So Savannah Chrisley was on The View this previous week, and she came on and she was talking about how she believes that Donald Trump, our president, is not a racist, you guys. Let's get into this clip real quick.
When it comes to the event that happened yesterday, what's so hard for me to witness is people stating that the president is a racist, because I've seen him firsthand. He saved one of my best friend's lives, a black woman who has been with him for 18 years. So he has a black friend. He's a racist. No, he saved her life. No, he did.
Okay. He's a racist. Here's the problem, Savannah, and why we have a different take on it. Many of us have a different take on it, because when you target DEI programs with executive office, from your with executive orders, your first week in office, arguing that the policies undermine national unity. You know, when you shared racist posts about the Obamas, when you pursued the death penalty for the exonerated 5 after you knew they had been exonerated. These are the reasons that his behavior is so hard. And I don't know whether you know about this, but in the 70s, he was accused of discriminating against black tenants because he wouldn't rent to them. He didn't want them to build.
Was that an accusation?
No, that was a proven fact. They took him to court. They took him to court. The lawsuit was settled with the justice.
So yeah, what y'all think about that? I am so happy that the View panel got into her the way they did. My whole thing is, I grew up watching the Chrisleys. I like the Chrisley show. I don't think you see her, even though he pardoned her parents, I don't think you see her parents really saying Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Let's back a little. You know, sometimes I get too ahead of myself, but if you don't know who Savannah Chrisley is, she's the daughter of Todd and Julie Chrisley. Todd and Julie Chrisley used to have a show on television. I think it was on USA. That's what it's called, the network. And you know, it was just like a family show. It was very kind of scripted, but they are a real family, and it just showed like them, a rich white family every day with this very sassy father, very outspoken father, you know, and just showing their everyday life as a rich white family. I really don't even remember what Todd used to do. I think he used to be a realtor, but the show really didn't have nothing to do with that. And you know, I believe just not too long ago, Julie and Todd, they just got pardoned by Donald Trump. They were in prison together. I think they were supposed to be in there for a minute, like 20 years, a minute. And I only think they did like 1 or 2 years. But yeah, they were like in there for like tax reasons, tax fraud or something like that, I believe. Something that got to do with some money. But they was in prison, y'all, and they got pardoned by Donald Trump. Savannah was like on social media every day, all day, like, Mr. Trump, like, please pardon my parents, writing letters to him, always wearing the America, what is it? Make America great. I don't even know the saying. That's how you know I'm so off Trump. Like, I pay attention to nothing he says anymore. Really never did, but anyway. So yeah, so she has been an avid like Trump supporter, and it blows my mind because if you watch the show, you know that Todd and Julie adopted their granddaughter, who is a black little girl. She's mixed with their son and a black woman. So, and while the parents, Todd and Julie were in jail, Savannah took on the responsibility of, what's the little girl name, y'all? Dang, I forgot the little girl name. But she took the responsibility of the little girl. The little girl is probably like 12, 13 now. So you were raising a black little girl, having her probably believe Trump is the best thing in the world, But anyway, y'all seen the clip. I just really love how The View had handed her back to her. Like, you see all this stuff going around. You see how ICE is at these people. ICE people are not at people because they want to, but they're doing the things they're doing because Trump is allowing it. That's not racist. That's not racist. Like, it's so much racist things that's going on right now, and she's just so oblivious. And I think she's just so oblivious because of this reason. If y'all get me, y'all get me. Like, people tend, and she's very, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm always like this, y'all. Brain fart. She's very privileged. So people that tend to be this and privileged, they ignore all the other things going on. Even Trump, I'm gonna insert the clip. Even Trump himself said that he know he ain't going to heaven because he done some things in this world that he just can't bring to God and say, forgive me. Like, the man, Trump is a kind of person that does what he thinks is going to get him ahead. He does not like black people. He does not like Hispanic people. Hell, he barely likes white people. Like, it just blows my mind that he's like this because his wife was an immigrant. So I don't understand, but I love how they kind of schooled her. And I really pray and hope Savannah mindset like kind of changes on that, especially because you have a black little sister now. Like, that little girl is not protected. She's not protected from that man. And it's just, and it's like, I don't know if she's oblivious or if she just wants to continue to kiss his butt because Trump got her parents out. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, do she truly think that? Do she truly think that man is not a racist? Like, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, y'all. So we're going to get into our next messy tig, y'all. Is Mimi versus, y'all know it's really been slow this week, for real. So I really had to dig into it. Let me take some tea, y'all, real quick. Let's see if it don't cool down. Let's see if it don't cool down just a little. I don't know. Oh, it's still hot, but it's drinkable. It is drinkable. It's like that hot that you can drink down and it feels good. Yeah, I'm so out of it today, but we made it through the week, y'all. So my next messy tig, y'all, I want to get into Mimi and Jocelyn, y'all. So Mimi, y'all know I love a good podcast. Mimi went to, I got phone and pay, you know I'm messy. Mimi had went on Carlos King podcast. Y'all know I'll be watching that. She went on Carlos King podcast and she was asked a question. Oh, matter of fact, let's get into the video.
Jocelyn said that she believes she became the highest paid talent on Love and Hip Hop. She said she was making around $50,000 per episode. Mm-hmm. Were you getting the same?
Nope.
You weren't?
Nope.
Were you getting half of that?
Yes.
Okay.
I was getting more than half, but I wasn't getting that.
Do you feel like you deserve to get paid as much as Jocelyn?
Absolutely. 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 Because if it wasn't for me and him, there would have been no her. So, yeah, absolutely. The fire.
So,
she was the flare.
Y'all seen she was asked that, do she believe that she should have been paid more than Jocelyn Hernandez? And a lot of people, excuse me, y'all. A lot of people had mixed feelings on him. And it's like, me and my boyfriend was talking about it. And it's like, we see both sides. we see both sides. Like in a video, Mimi was saying that basically she believes that she should have been paid more than Jocelyn, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't her and Stevie, there wouldn't been no Jocelyn, you know. And but my thing is, Mimi, her position on Love and Hip Hop was a very, like, she had a calm character. Like, it wasn't, people wasn't getting on back then. First season of Love and Hip Hop, people was all like, oh my god, that man Stevie is crazy, that girl Jocelyn, like, nobody really wasn't like tuning in to see Mimi, you know. Like, no offense, Mimi, like, yeah, you really, you play a part in the success of that first season of Love and Hip Hop, and it was a reason why that stuff was happening, you know. But it's like people wasn't tuning in because of you necessarily. And I feel like, I feel like if it was a choice, if Mimi gave them a choice, like, hey, give me more money, or more money than Jocelyn, or I'm leaving, they gonna be all like, talent is already here, so you can step. Like, I mean, they wouldn't have been missing out on nothing for real. It was just like the drama of Mimi catching, what's I often say, Joey? Who is Joey? Catching Stevie cheating on her with Jocelyn all the time. But, you know, Jocelyn came back with a comment under the shade room. And she was saying basically, you know, much respect to Mimi, but, you know, she deserved what she got. Da, da, da. You know, like, it ain't no harsh feelings, you know. And I'm so happy, like, both of them have grown. Like, Mimi even said in the interview that Jocelyn sends Eva money on her birthday, you know, and they don't have no harsh feelings towards each other. But Mimi does think she should have been paid more than Jocelyn. Maybe equal, in my opinion. Maybe they could have been paid equal amount. I don't know. I really wonder what was the price difference, you know. Because I think Jocelyn was saying at one point she was making like $50K an episode or some crazy, y'all. So I wonder what Mimi was, you know, actually being paid at that point. I don't know, but really, Love and Hip Hop really wouldn't have been anything with any of them. But, you know, I don't know. I see, like I said, I see both sides. What y'all think? Y'all think Mimi should have got paid more? Y'all think Jocelyn should have got paid more? Y'all think it should have been equal? At this point, it just should have been equal, because they all played a role in each other's storyline. They did. But I feel like Jocelyn was the personality. Jocelyn was the talent there. Like, without Jocelyn, like, I feel like Jocelyn could have survived without Stevie and Mimi. Mimi couldn't have survived without Jocelyn and Stevie, though. But I see what she meant. Like, Jocelyn would have never had a role on the show if it wasn't for them. So that's why I say the middle, y'all. Y'all, let's get into the next messy tech, y'all. It's the last one. So, are y'all tuned in to this season of Baddies? I know a lot of people don't watch Baddies, they say. People be like, Baddies is so ratchet, Baddies is so ratchet. You know, Baddies is a spinoff of the Oxygen show, Bad Girls Club. And when I was in school, middle high school, I was a Bad Girls Club watcher. Okay? Y'all gonna get tired of me and my tea, but it's like at that good temperature point where it just feels good going down. But y'all, so first I have two segments I want to touch on. First, I'm gonna get into Natalie versus Scotty, y'all. If y'all don't know, Natalie is like the CEO of Baddies. She came from the original show Bad Girls Club on Oxygen, so she's like the head honcho, queen bee of the new spinoff Baddies on Zeus Network. Her and Scotty have got into it. Natalie and Scotty used to be best friends. Natalie is the one that brought Scotty on to Baddies, to be on Baddies. If y'all don't know, Zeus Network is owned by Lemmy Plummer. Lemmy Plummer and Scotty has since started dating after Scotty has gotten on Baddies. And it's been a whole bunch of blah, 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 blah. And their relationship has been a result of Natalie and Scotty not being friends anymore. Not gonna get too in detail, but Lemmy and Scotty are not having a baby, you guys. And let's watch the video of what happened at the baby shower.
I love Natalie. I love all the baddies. Thank you guys for being here. This is a special moment. Natalie actually wanted to be here. She couldn't make it.
That's great. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for coming. I love you so much. And let's go.
Yeah, Scotty.
This song, though.
Oh.
Hey, man, look.
Let me say that's okay. That's okay. Let me say that's okay.
She can play. That's, first of all, that's my song.
Right.
And Natalie's song.
Okay, you guys seen the clip. So there was some shade thrown towards Natalie's way at the baby shower, and Natalie was not at the baby shower. Natalie got on social media and said, y'all see how basically she be minding her business and she still comes up in these people's mouths. She was saying that she was just making posts, like she was showing text messages of Scotty inviting her and she still didn't go. But this previous last episode of Baddies is where like it was all blowing up. Y'all, there was this interaction with Scotty and Natalie where, you know, Scotty was just like, I'm tired of kissing your butt. Like, I don't have to do that anymore, basically. Like, you are you and I am me. Like, stop speaking on my name. Da 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 da. How I feel about Natalie Nunn? She's one of those people, those friends where you have to realize she's nobody's friend. She's like a Donald Trump slick. She's like off for self, like I was saying. And I feel like where where Scotty messed up was that she really thought Natalie had her best interest, and she really thought Natalie was her friend. Natalie is that kind of friend. She puts you on, and if you get ahead of her, she try to kind of put you back down and make you feel small. That's not a friend. That's not a friend. A friend, if Natalie was really her friend, she would see her friend growing. Yeah, I put you on and now you're growing. Like, I love this. Like, this is what I wanted you to do. I didn't put you on to still belittle you. Like, she's like that to me, in my opinion. And, you know, it's so much drama between that. Natalie say, you know, she stopped being Scotty's friend because Scotty is dating the actual owner of Zeus now, Lemmy Plummer, and she don't mix like business and pleasure together, and she didn't like being in the middle of their mess, which is understandable. I get that. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for business, but at the same time, you say stuff to belittle Scotty all the time. We know this man, Lemmy Plummer, is not the best man. Lemmy was actually with a woman named Janisha when Zeus came out with Baddies. Janisha was like hosting all the Baddies reunions. She's still hosting. We know Lemmy ain't shit. But and there's been speculations that Scotty was messing with Lemmy while Janisha was with him. It's a lot of mess. If you guys haven't been following the whole story, it's a lot of mess. And it's been told that Lemmy, it's been said allegedly, Lemmy, he messes with a lot of the Baddies. He messes with Mariah Lynn, supposedly. Said out of Natalie's mouth on the last episode. It's been said he messed with Razor. It's been said that he messed with a lot of the girls on the show. But Scotty is the only one that kind of really caught his eye for real, I guess. I don't know. That he had to, you know, put a baby up in her. I don't know, child. But I guess Scotty is the fave, basically. And it also makes you think, it's also been rumors that Natalie has messed with Lemmy. Natalie is a married woman, by the way. But, you know, Lemmy denies and say he only loves Scotty. And he says that him and Janisha broke up before him and Scotty started dating. So, whatever. but I feel like Natalie is also a little jealous of that relationship. She just really don't want to see. Scotty is really starting to look like she's gonna take that spot, y'all. And I feel like Natalie is actually shaking in her boots. She's scared. I don't know what Natalie and Lemmy have on each other and what kind of contract they signed with each other. Where Natalie, because Natalie, she goes off on him like every other week, and she spills tea on social media like every other week on him. And they still are business partners. So it just, I don't understand. Do Lemmy just feel like he can't do this without Natalie? Like Baddies is nothing without Natalie, which I believe, because Natalie is OG Bad Girls Club head honcho. But I don't understand that relationship very well, because Lemmy, he has a very forgiving heart. Even when the other baddies talk about him, he still brings them back on for next season. So I just feel like Natalie, she has a jealous soul, and she's one of those people, she don't want to see you doing better than her, especially if you're her friend. And Scotty, like, Natalie falls out with all her friends, and Scotty should have known Natalie was never her friend in the beginning with. And I think Scotty is finally realizing that girl was never my friend, and it's time for me to move on, because now Scotty giving her the cold hand. But yeah, y'all, about this, I don't talked about that way too long, I feel like. I also wanted to get into Lex and Summer. Y'all, last episode, Lex and Summer had got into a fight. Finally. I know we don't heard about the fight on social media months ago, but it finally aired, y'all. And I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but Summer is actually very entertaining. Like, she does grind gears. She's very annoying, but Summer is actually very entertaining. If y'all don't know the backstory, you know, you're really not gonna understand what I'm talking about if you don't watch Baddies. Ooh, excuse me. But y'all know Lex and Summer used to be besties, including Dolly. They used to call their trio the Big Three. That's what they called it, right? So they were the Big Three. So they fought everybody together. They did everything together. They had each other's back. Recently this season, I guess Dolly and Lex realized they was getting so much hate online. Like, nobody really liked them because they were like jumping everybody and like not fighting fair. Like, anytime Lex would get in the fight, Summer and Dolly jumping in the fight. Like, y'all don't gotta jump people. And they was like doing like real broke people-ish. They was stealing people purses, taking Rolexes out people. Like, oh my god, y'all, they was just being very slimy and moving so crazy, and to the point where like fans hate them so much. Like, when they do their club appearances, they will come on stage and boo them. So I guess Lex and Dolly started to feel the heat. So they said, hey, we're gonna come in this season, we're gonna fight our own battles. You know, we're gonna stop this trio thing. And Summer was not feeling that. She was like, y'all fake. She was like, that's not how we ride. Like, y'all scary. Like, we ain't gotta be friends no more. That's how it's gonna happen. So Summer been fighting everybody. She been fighting everybody, y'all. And it had came out, Summer went around the house, you know, so now she's not cool with Lex and Dolly. So she went around the house saying, you know, bringing it out that her and Lex had some things going on, and Summer, you know, they did some stuff. Let's just say that. I don't know how, I can't really get too in depth on YouTube, but y'all watch show, y'all know. They did some stuff. So Lex did not doing the stuff back to her, but she didn't deny Summer did the stuff to her. But Summer says Lex did it back to her. So when Lex approached Summer and was all, and mind you, Lex has a girlfriend. So, you know, you just can't be saying stuff like that, Summer, and thinking people gonna be cool with it. You know, Dolly had already beat up Summer. Dolly got tired of her talking for junk. Dolly was like, it was this one scene, Dolly was all like, how much more you think I would just go sit back? She was like, I ain't got that much patience. Like, I'm gonna start whooping butt. But Lex really didn't want to fight a girl, because y'all know Lex can fight. Lex was like, you know, like, Lex got them hands, and I really think she loves Summer to the point where it was all like, we friends for real. Like, I don't want to see you hurt, and I don't want to hurt you. But Summer had told everybody what they did, and Lex heard about it. So Lex, she finally said, okay, I'm tired of holding back, and she put them paws on Summer. Y'all, that scene was so brutal. I'm talking about when Summer had hit that ground, Lex kicked at her head. I thought it was over for Summer, and then Summer just bleeding, getting up, talking, still pretty, still pretty. Still pretty. Like, Summer, please. Like, that girl is so entertaining though. She's so funny. She's so funny. I think, and it's crazy, she's 29. Y'all know I just hit 30. So you my age, but you don't act like you my age. I think she missing like 3 or 4 brain cells or something. I don't know. Like, she don't got beat up so many times. Every time she get kicked in the head, they get kicked, the brain cells get kicked out her head. I don't know. But did y'all watch that? I really think the episode was so good. I can't even put no clip in. I just wanted to throw that in there and talk about that relationship. I'm ready for this next episode, because at first Baddies was being real slow, y'all. But that episode, it was pretty insane, y'all. It was pretty insane. I'm not gonna keep you down. If you don't watch Baddies, start watching. But at this point, you're not gonna understand what's going on. Y'all, that's why I use straws, because I just waste tea everywhere. I don't know how you miss your mouth like that. I think because I don't really be trying to put my mouth on the cup like that. It's my cup. I don't know why. I'm just weird in my head. Y'all, so that's it for all my messy takes today. Let's get into the movie/show of the week, y'all. If y'all have not been watching what's been going on Netflix, America's Next Top Model documentary. So I remember being very young, 7, 8, back in, what was that, 2003, 2004. Mom, she used to be a avid, am I saying that right? I don't know, y'all. I'm so tired. This thing is taking all my life. But yeah, so my mom, she used to watch America's Next Top Model. I used to watch it with her. I used to think I was gonna be America's Next Top Model one day. I'm only 5 feet, so just imagine how little I was then. But so it has been coming out how bad they used to treat the girls. And watching back then, I didn't realize how harsh, like the things they were saying. Like, Tyra made a girl close her gap up, but then she made a black woman close her gap up, or she was gonna kick her off the show. And then the very next season, she told a white woman that she should get a gap. She think a gap will look nice on her, but she just told the black girl, y'all, I'm a little upset about this if you can't tell, but she had just told the black girl last season that nobody would ever book you if you have this gap. Like, it was like, oh my gosh, Tyra. And a lot of people, it's from there was a R-word scene where this girl, the producers invited men over, and the girls got drunk, and one of the girls ended up in a bed with one of the guys and was not conscious. She wasn't there, and supposedly she was saying she was as aid. And producers just recorded and watched it happen and didn't stop it. It's so much on this documentary, y'all. Y'all have to go watch and look. But basically, people have been mad at Tyra because she's not taking responsibility on the documentary. She's on there. She's just saying, it was different times. Yeah. It ain't my fault. Let's move on. So, I don't know, y'all. Y'all have to go watch that one. So for my song of the week, yeah, I've been torn between, should I do a throwback song or should I do my current song? I decided to go ahead and do my throwback song, y'all. My throwback song is right here. It is Actually, y'all, I woke up one morning, like 4 something in the morning, singing this song. Malcolm was like, what you singing? I was like, you don't know this song? I was like, I'm so fly. Feels like I'm waking up, I'm so high. I was like, you don't remember that song? I don't know when that song came out, but I cannot get that song out my head. And then I looked it up. Y'all, it's from 2008. It's almost 20 years old, for real, for real. It's by Slim featuring Young Jock. Y'all, I've been listening to this. I don't know why I woke up singing that song one day. It's just like, I don't know, I was feeling good that morning. And then I fell into that song. So yeah, y'all, that's my song of the week. I've been playing it all week, all in my head. Malcolm saying I'm a human jukebox. Like, I just be randomly coming up with songs and remembering songs for 20 years ago that wasn't even... I mean, it was a lit song in ATL on the radio, so there you have it. So, y'all, I also have a glow up of the week for y'all this week. I mean, I have it every week for y'all, but this one, y'all, I started eating better this week, y'all. I've been hungry all week, to be honest, but... Y'all, I've been eating, like, if I did eat out for fast food this week, y'all, I've been eating grilled nuggets from Chick-fil-A. I haven't had nothing fried all week. I've been drinking nothing but water and tea, so I'm proud of myself. You know, we just got back heavy in the gym. I haven't been drinking, y'all. See, I didn't even grab a cut so we can discuss. But, yeah. So that's my glove of the week. I'm really working on eating. I did a full week of that. We're gonna do it back. We're gonna run it again next week. We actually took a little cheat day today. We went to Portillo's. The one in Orlando was way better, by the way. But yeah, y'all, that's the glove of the week. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me again on As Told by Shai. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you next week.